What's going on, Graveyard Shift family? It is your fearless shift leader, Dalen Spratt, clocked in for another amazing shift. Y'all, we are in Hackensack, New Jersey. I didn't even know that was a real place. Y'all, this is neither here nor there, but it is all the places everywhere in between. I have been watching videos of me, and I realize when I get excited, my voice goes up. And I just noticed that when I just said, I didn't even know that was a real place. I don't know why my voice does that. I need to bring back back the baritone. I'm finna start giving y'all shifts like this. I'm gonna start talking to y'all like this. What did you say? Oh, what was that singer with the loud voice? With the deep voice? Barry White? Barry Gordy? What's it? Let me get back to what I know, y'all. Y'all, we are in Hackensack, New Jersey, y'all. And we are here to meet one of our fellow shifters. What's up, Maria? What's up, Maria? What's up, girl? Maria. What's up, girl? I hope you're resting well, Maria. I hope you're resting well. We're here to meet one of our fellow shifters, y'all. To do I was about to say, is somebody over there talking? It is. I was like, are they talking to me from beyond? Who is talking? Okay, now, back to it, Dalen. We are here to meet one of our fellow shifters, y'all, to do a PTO session. She reached out to us. Again, I don't know anything about why we're here, the person that we're speaking to, the relation to the person. I don't know anything. I don't like to know anything. I love to find out everything when y'all find out. I like to be the voice of the audience. So when I hear the story, I'm asking the same questions I think that y'all probably are thinking or wanting to ask from home, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna go meet with her, see who we're here to speak with, and yeah, see if we can make contact. But before we do, you always got to pay your respects to those that are living in the same community. Because it's just disrespectful to come up in somebody's neighborhood and not announce yourself. And oh my gosh, I see a pinwheel. You know what that means. We got to go check it out. Hold on. But first, what's up, Mr. Santana? What's up, Mr. Santana? Mr. Santana wasn't playing with y'all. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Jordan, what up, J.O.? What up, J.O.? That boy Jordan, man, I hope y'all resting well. Solomon, a.k.a. Sammy. Sammy, what's up, brother? I hope you're resting well, man. Jesus, don't tell me they out here got your chest out. Jesus, you out here with your chest out. Jesus say, y'all. Yo, Jesus said, why would y'all use this picture of me on my headstone? Ain't that look like what this picture looking like? Why, this the picture y'all gonna use? And then y'all gonna put the heaven sky behind me? Y'all, let me tell y'all what Jesus was doing the night he took this photo. Jesus was out. He was partying. He was having a good time. He look up, y'all done put a camera in his face. He not knowing he gonna be on his headstone with his chest out with the gold chains on. Jesus, bro, you was fresh, man. Let me get you right, Jesus. Let me get you right, my man. Blessings to you, brother. Blessings to you, Jesus. Jesus is like, really? On my headstone? Jesus, brother. He look like he could take some jokes, man. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Miss Hazel thought we was gonna walk past and not say nothing to her. Miss Hazel, girl, you know we was gonna say something to you. What's up, Miss Hazel? Blessings to you, Miss Hazel. Jose looking like, really, Dalen. Blessings to you, Mr. Jose. All right, family. I just love like seeing the pictures on people's headstones. Like, you get to really see who these people were and what they look like. Like, look at Juan. Look at Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos looked like he just got a good job. Juan had just got hired at a good job. You hear me? Benefits and everything. That was his company photo. That's what they used in the directory. Juan looked like he started from the bottom of the company and worked his way all the way up, y'all. Big Juan wasn't playing with y'all, man. Who we got over here? Amari. What up, Amari? I hope you're resting well, Audi. 1991 to 2014. All right, family. To everyone that's resting here, I pray that you're resting well. I pray that you're in peace. Now, Wesley. That boy Wesley. What's up, brother? I hope you're resting well, man. Wesley Alexander Harris. Wesley. All right, family. Let's go meet our fellow shifter and see who we're here to speak to today. Because I can walk around resting communities like this with the pictures on the headstone all day long. I just like looking at the people's pictures and like just kind of coming up with a backstory in my mind, even though I'm sure it's 100% wrong. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. All right, y'all, let's go.
That's his family, by the way. He's with his family.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's here.
Got you.
Shoot. Oh.
What's up, Graveyard Shift family? We are here with our fellow shifter, Miss Nancy. Yeah, let me introduce you to her. Nancy, how you doing?
Good. Thank
you. Good.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for allowing us to come out and meet with you today. Yeah. So, how long have you been a part of the Graveyard Shift community?
So I'm new. I was just introduced to you as you popped up on my YouTube feed. Probably about maybe 3-4 months ago.
Oh, really?
Fairly new. Yeah, you just popped up.
Really?
I think it was probably in the mix because I was watching like a celebrity ghost encounters. I can't remember the name of the particular one lady, very soft spoken, and I was watching an Ice-T episode or something. And I guess maybe through my algorithm, somehow you popped up, and I was intrigued.
Okay.
And then I just started to watch like one after another videos.
Okay. So had you ever watched our show Ghost Brothers did?
No, but then I looked it up because I had never heard of it. I mean, I was familiar with Ghost Adventures.
Got you.
Because Jack had actually gotten me into this whole spirit world.
Really?
I was never familiar with any of it. I really didn't know much about it, to tell you the truth. Not that I wasn't a believer, because I believe things happen, but I was never aware of those shows.
Got you.
So he was a big believer. So good vibes thing. But I love your show.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you.
Looks like you help a lot of families.
I definitely try. I think we're kind of finding our groove now. Since you're 3 months in, you kind of found us. I don't like. You found us kind of. We've kind of like found our purpose a little bit, but of the past 2.5 years, we've been trying to just figure it out. Right.
You have a few shows.
Yeah. So I have a couple YouTube channels where I take you through the paranormal in some sort of way. Like, this is all about communication on this channel. My other channel, Ghosted and Roasted, we have fun, we crack jokes, we make fun of paranormal clips on the internet. We find clips on the internet and just crack jokes. It's our fun space in paranormal. But this channel is dedicated literally to just spirit communication. But yeah. So you, like I said, you've kind of found us 3 months ago after we've kind of like started to understand better what we're doing. But it's taken about 2.5 years for us to even get to the point where we feel comfortable to assist people in reaching out to their loved ones. We believe it. I believe it.
I'm a believer.
I definitely believe it. Too many things have come out of the spirit box that I couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't force it. I didn't know accurate things. So I really do believe.
Yeah.
So you watched Ghost Adventures. So you watched the ghost shows.
We're huge fans, yeah.
Okay. So was Jack is your...
My daughter's father.
This is your
He
daughter's...
never ultimately got married. He wanted to, but I had already been married in the past, and I was a believer that we should just live together.
Okay.
But yeah, so we were never married. But I have now a 15-year-old daughter.
Got you.
But she was 8 when he passed.
Got you.
He got us both into this show. We were like it was like a religious thing every Saturday at 8 o'clock when there was a new episode. That was like our family time. Made sure we were home. We watched the show. It was like a regular thing. When he passed, though, I really haven't been watching. I don't know. It felt a little more weird. It didn't feel right because we watched it together. So.
Right. So what about the ghost shows? Was he like, had him just... did he like about him, or?
I would say I feel he had a lot of his own experiences, I guess, with the paranormal. So I think that's probably why he was really more attached to it.
Got you.
I mean, it got me convinced. Like I said, I'm a believer. I definitely believe on the other side. I believe signs. I believe things happen. But he had a lot of struggles because even at times I feel like he felt like he saw things all the time.
Really?
Yeah. And even in my house, he would always say that he felt like, there was something there. And unfortunately, in my own home, it's a 2-family home, my dad and my grandmother passed away upstairs from our home. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like, there's spirits everywhere. But he would always sense like he would feel like something was there. So I don't know if it creeped me out or if I wanted to feel safe. He would make a lot of jokes too about when he passed, that he was gonna come back and haunt me. I'm like, I hope not. He was a jokester. I mean, he was younger than me, so he was a jokester. But he got us into this, and I believe it's from his own experiences. Okay. I don't have a story to tell of a paranormal activity as of yet. Sometimes I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah. Because sometimes I feel like, was he visiting me? Am I gonna be scared? I don't know. So
yeah. Have you...
just keep it positive.
Yeah. Have you felt like you've maybe felt his presence or had any type of thing since he's been passed?
To be honest, I struggled with that because I questioned it for myself. Because his sister shares with me all the time. And his sister struggled a lot when he passed. Oh my God, something fell, the lights flickered, like all kinds of things she would say. She would always associate it with him. I don't really have things like that, and for a while I feel like it was a little hurtful to me because I felt like maybe he wasn't visiting us or something. But then I had like 2 dreams where I kind of did see him a little bit. So I don't know, maybe it's like baby steps. Maybe I don't know if he feels like it would be too hurtful. I'm not fully knowledgeable on it of how that process works. I mean, it's been about 6 years. I know my daughter says she's seen him in a dream. But I don't know. I don't know if I am looking for that sign that's going to scare me or a sign that's going to make me happy. I'll tell you, today I got a sign waiting for you.
Okay.
So I didn't bring my daughter here. I felt like it would be a bit too much for her because she's so sensitive, even though it's 6 years later. And I said to her, do you have any questions? Anything you would like for me to ask? Something to make us feel like, give us a sign this is real. And she's like, oh, I can't really think of it. I'm like, but something that, I know wouldn't be Googled or looked up. And we didn't think of anything, but I mentioned something about, maybe something about the cat. I'll see if I can come up with something about the cat. Because how are you going to know anything about my cat? And when I wanted to confirm if you were on your way, we were at the same place, I'm speaking to your assistant, and she tells me, oh, I'm so sorry. He was running late because he's coming from Linden. And that's it. You got me. Linden is the name of my cat.
That is wild.
And that just gave me goosebumps. So Linden is the name of my cat. We didn't even have to ask questions. And I was like, okay, sold me, because I believe in connections.
Right. So you were talking to your daughter, and you were just like, let's just see if this is something that could possibly be true. Show us a sign or something that only no one would know, that Dalen can't go.
Yeah.
I can't
how
look
are you
up.
going to know about my cat?
Right. So
You
you
know?
threw that out there. Maybe something about the cat.
Yes.
Just throwing it out there.
Specifically the cat.
Right.
I could have said the dog, the this,
Yeah.
the that. No, I said the cat.
Yeah. So I just left another PTO that I just did. So I did 2 today in New Jersey. I've been all over New Jersey the past 2 days. Philly and New Jersey doing PTOs. And yeah, I was just so happened to be coming from Linden, New Jersey. And Chaz didn't know the correlation between that and the cat. She was just letting her know I was running 15 minutes behind because I'm coming from Linden. So that's interesting. But now you're putting a lot of pressure on me, Nancy, because now I'm like, dang, the session got to work now.
I was already done by then. I was convinced. I was like, wow, like just out of all places, you could have been coming from Hoboken. You could have been coming from Jersey City.
Right.
You were coming from Linden. I was like, oh, tell him to take his time. No rush. I will be here. This is a quiet. I like the cemetery. It's peaceful. His
Do you come out here often?
I used to a lot, even at night. I had a struggle when he first passed, and I don't know. I just kept coming here, but then one day, because those houses, close by,
Yeah.
somebody made like a noise, and then it scared me. And then I stopped. And my daughter didn't like to come here. My daughter just started to, probably within the past 2 years, be comfortable to come, to even walk up to the site, things like that. I mean, ultimately,
and this is her father.
This is her father, yes.
And how old was she when he passed?
She was 8.
She was 8. Okay.
She was 8.
So then, Jack was born in 1987 and he passed in 2019. How old was he when he passed away?
I believe he was 31.
31. So what happened?
We don't know. When Jack passed, during the time he passed in March, him and I had just kind of been on the outs for the past few months prior. We kind of basically parted ways within that year.
How long had y'all been together?
Oh my goodness, like almost 10 years.
So you got with Jack when he was like 20?
Yes. Oh yes.
And you was how old now?
I must have been 30 at that time because
you and Stacy must have went to the same school together because y'all the Cougar school.
Listen, he's a very handsome young man. As a matter of fact, I do have his picture and his
please
card.
send us some pictures.
Hang on, I have his card.
Ah, look at him!
I wish I would have brought other pictures. He was very handsome. I got my beautiful daughter. And
excuse me. Thank you.
I got my beautiful daughter out of it. I was not expecting to have my daughter. I have my
excuse me.
God bless you. I have my 2 older children, and they are 10 years apart. So I was not expecting. So I feel like it's all a blessing. I got the cougar jokes for a while. I was like, that's okay. I got my princess because I have my sons. So
no, that's beautiful. Like I tell people all the time, because Stacy, my wife, is 8 years older than me.
Is she?
Yeah. So people try to, they always try to make jokes about it, but it's listen.
All the time. See how you just mentioned even him being 20?
Yeah.
He'd be at gatherings, he'd be like, oh, I forgot you can't drink. Like,
that
oh my God.
Funny.
Yes.
That is funny. So y'all were together about 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you said, what happened then?
I mean, he tried to want to get married a few times. I've been married before. I was a believer of, maybe we should just live together. Legal stuff. When you get married, divorce, it just gets out of hand. But he had a lot of struggles. He was in foster care. His parents were deceased at an early age. I believe his mom passed, which she is resting here as well. His mom passed when he was 13, and I believe he didn't even meet his dad because I think he told me his dad passed away when he was 2. So he was in foster care. Then he went through family, but he had a lot of struggles. I'm sure he didn't feel loved, which you'd be surprised when we went to his funeral and his wake.
There was a lot of people there.
Yes, and my daughter even made a speech that day about it, and I said, "Wow, he would be so surprised of all these people that actually cared." But because during the last year of his life, I think he was struggling. I don't know. He was trying to find himself. He was going through a lot of struggles, and he was in and out. And unfortunately, I got the phone call. I want to say 5 days after he passed, because when he passed, he was found somewhere. So we don't necessarily know in essence what happened to him, but then I was notified about it. So I was kind of hoping. I mean, like I said, I know this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm a believer. Kind of maybe we can get some kind of answers, find peace. I mean, my daughter has been for lack of better words, almost like the adult in all of this because I really fell apart when he passed, and she was only 8. So she handled all the arrangements. She handled really everything. He is here because ultimately he was cremated. He would make jokes. Actually, I want to say literally a few months before he passed, he made jokes and he was like, I want to be with you, all the time. And when I pass, I want to be put on a charm. He wanted to be like on a bracelet. And I'm like, get out of here. Like, are you crazy? Like, I didn't understand all that. Now I know people do that. I ultimately, when I cremated, I bought everyone charms.
Okay.
And I did it myself because you have to put the ashes in there.
Oh, so his ashes are in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But then she asked me, can we bury him with his mom? So I said, okay. So they split up the ashes and, there's a box or whatever around. So he was buried here. They didn't allow me to do, they had a lot of rules here. I wasn't allowed to do, I forgot what the bigger things are. They were going to have me do the whole thing. Ultimately, they allowed me to do a footer because I think they said footers were only for those in the military.
Okay.
He wanted to be in the military too. So ultimately, we got to bury him at the bottom of where his mother is, which now
Got you.
Unfortunately, his niece passed away at the age of 3 months old, and now she is here too.
Oh.
And it was just her death anniversary. I want to say like 2 weeks ago.
Got you.
So there's 3 of them here.
So how long has Jack been resting here?
He's been past 6 years now.
So, but I mean, for y'all, so immediately after y'all cremated him, y'all put him in this plot?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So your daughter made that decision at 8, 9 years old?
Well, I asked her what did she want for her father.
Yeah.
And again, I go back and I think about it like, oh my goodness, that was so crazy. But I couldn't think. It was a lot. It was very overwhelming. It was unexpected. I just abided by whatever wishes she had.
Yeah.
What she wanted to do with him, and she wanted him to be with his mother.
Yeah.
She felt it, but now, like I said, it took her a while, and I bought everyone charms, so everyone has a piece of him in some way.
Does she wear hers?
She has not yet, because she was saying she wanted to have like a different necklace. She has not yet. But this jewelry that he had purchased for her that recently she has been wearing. It took her a while. Let's just say that now she's starting to feel comfortable to talk about him and things like that, where she really wasn't. But like I said, I live in that guilt, and I'm open and I'm honest about it because I don't ever believe that a child should have ever had to kicked into that role, and she can be adult in some sense.
Yeah, at that young.
Yeah, she's a tough kid.
Wow.
She's a tough kid. I mean, I had my older children too, but they weren't his children. I think they didn't really know how to in some way, but I don't know, she never cried. I think she lived in that regret that she said she never cried when he passed, but I feel like she didn't have the opportunity to. Like, she was, I don't know, she was just, we were together. Like, right. I isolated myself. We were together a lot.
So what the medical report stated, what was the cause of death?
So they did say it was an accident, and that is what still leads me to this mystery because I went on a massive research between what happened. When I went to find out to the police station, to the hospital, to the paramedics, to the 911 caller, I mean, I literally researched everybody because there's no solid story. There's like one story says this, one story says that, and I'm like, how? You're all the same organization. He was found in front of a home by a child who I guess they believed was like a drunken man, because I believe it had just snowed a few days prior, so there was piles of snow everywhere, and I guess he was like in the driveway of a home, like from what I'm understanding, like just face down, like as if he was asleep. And that is where still the ultimate question lies, because as there's things that I still have not shared with my daughter, and I figured I want to wait till she's older. There was things that they're claiming that they found, but these were all like the police, the paramedics, were all there at the same place. There's still three different stories. So I don't know. I don't know if somebody hurt him, if somebody robbed him, if he just passed out because of what possibly they were alleging that he might have done to himself. I don't know if he took his own life. We don't know. And because when he was found, which was also really strange, he always had ID on him. He did have his wallet. He had just cashed his paycheck because his money was there. So we're like, did he get robbed? But his ID was missing. And that was strange to us. So he was basically unidentifiable and in the morgue for 5 days. That's why none of us knew that he had passed, that he was missing.
So where'd you think he was during those 5 days?
Well, we had parted ways.
Oh, okay,
Remember,
right. You
So we
said
were kind
that.
of like talking here and there, but he came to visit me literally 2 weeks before he passed because it's my children's birthday. He passed March 9th,
Okay.
2019. My children's birthdays is February 16th and February 20th, my older children. Because he was coming in and out, we were talking here and there. He came and showed up on February 16th. And I was like, oh, how strange, I don't know if he remembered it was my children's birthday. I have no idea. He came, he hung out, he was there. Maybe a couple of days he stood by. He was telling us he was struggling. He was having mental health issues. I said to him, you know where we're at. You're choosing to be out. He was going to the family member's house. I believe he was possibly dating somebody there. Ugly things really come out when people pass. He was kind of like all over. And I really, to be honest, I didn't want to deal with it. I had my daughter to worry about. So find yourself, and we're here.
Right.
It's 10 years. He did come in and out before. We're here. You know where your home is, basically.
Right.
So, he went through struggles. And like I said, because he had mental health issues, some days were good, some days were bad. But like I said, I feel like we never got the definitive answer of what happened.
So, but I guess that's what has me confused.
You and me both.
So they can't tell you if it was, not to say that it was a drug overdose, or he froze to death, or it was a gunshot. It was like there's no.
So to be honest, I guess, ultimately, yes, my daughter will eventually find out. So because it was declared as an accident, because of toxicology, there was things that they had found in his system. Which again, young guy, to each his own. My only issue of why we are still questioning is because they're claiming that they found certain things around him. Some things says they found things around him. Other things say they found things still on him, which is one or the other. And even though I knew it was the demons he struggles with, I don't believe he was that sloppy. That it's something that he would have done the way that it was being described, or how he would have been found with let's say paraphernalia or things around him. Like, it just didn't sound right. So I don't know if.
So were they in? And I, if my questions are intruding, please forgive me.
No,
because I know
it is what it is, and like I said, eventually my daughter will.
Yeah, and I know you're trying to protect your daughter. So if anything I ask is out, if it goes against that, please respectfully just tell me, Dalen, shut up, and I'll be like, yes, ma'am. But no, so were they trying to insinuate that he was involved in selling drugs, or maybe that he overdosed on drugs?
Yes. That was the insinuation. Yes.
Okay.
That's what it was coming out, which they declared as an accident, but we don't believe that.
Right. Could it have been a situation where so I just left Pensacola, Florida about a week and a half ago, speaking with a parent that lost their daughter who was 21. She took a pill thinking that it was a Percocet, and it was laced with fentanyl.
So that was something that came up.
Okay.
And like I said, we're all adults. I was aware of things he engaged in. I never in a million years would think that he would engage in anything like that. I do know from what I would hear and the connections of research that he was hanging out with a lot of sketchy people, which also to include that if he was dating, let's say temporarily dating someone, that it was that family. which is why I say to this day we live in the fact that we feel that maybe that young lady or that the family may have done something to hurt him, or either A, pushed him to a level that maybe he felt in despair, because that's what I said, did he take his own life? Was he like, screw this, I'm just gonna take drugs or do whatever and kill myself? I mean, he would talk like that, but it's not something that I think he would have ever done. And like I said, in the different reportings, some things insinuated like as if they found him attached to things. And then yet another report says something was next to him. And the third report doesn't include it. So I'm like, how is that possible? It's the ALS, but there's the life-saving paramedics, and there was another paramedics, plus there was the police. And how do we have different stories? Granted, the toxicology was going to come back with X, Y, and Z, okay, but not to the level of what kind of what really came out, and also never knowing, was it something really on him or around him, or did somebody place it there? Because it was very odd to have just found him in a driveway, face first, in a snow mount.
Right, which is would theoretically drugs
like, did he
just next
drop?
to him.
Like, it makes it seem like, was he walking? Because trust me, we walked the block and everything to just try to, like, where was he going? Like, there wasn't really anybody that we knew that he knew there, but then again, we don't know.
So no one, that the driveway that they found him in, there was no connection to him in that house?
No.
That was just a random house?
Yes.
And there was no...
I went to look for cameras.
That's what I say. Is there any cameras that maybe showed him getting dropped off there?
I tried. Nope. I tried. Trust me. I mean, I went through such a massive research, because at this point, what do I tell my daughter?
How far was he from where he was staying? Like, was he in walking distance from where he was staying?
Yes, he was probably about no more than 10 blocks. Between 5 to 10 blocks.
From where he was staying?
Yes.
Now, was it typical for him to walk that far?
Walking is never an issue, because like I said, sometimes when he would go through mental health issues, he would just get up and walk through towns. So that wouldn't be abnormal. It just didn't make sense why he was in that direction of the streets. Like, it would have made sense if he was going the other direction.
Right.
Let's just say so.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't connect right. Didn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense.
Now, was he dressed appropriately to be outside?
So yes, he because to my understanding, the story that we had gotten, he had worked. He had gone to work. He was doing like some side jobs or whatever with someone, which that individual I went to go approach to who was his boss, I guess. And he ran from us.
Really?
And we were just trying to ask, like, hi, I'm so and so, listen, this gentleman just passed. Just wondering, like, could you share some story? What happened? Do you know? Because last we knew of, he had told us I'm sorry, not to me, I'm sorry, to other family members, that gentleman had informed others that he dropped off Jack at that young lady's house. And that's all he knew.
So where he was found, where he was he staying with the young lady? Is it 10 blocks from where the young lady's house was?
Yeah, it's about 10 blocks from where the young lady lives. A little less, blocks away.
So he was staying with her at this time?
I guess.
Okay, got you.
Again, I don't really know, because I wasn't really with him.
Yeah.
And initially he was kind of lying to us, telling us that he was staying like in warehouses. And because, again, the lifestyle that he led, he really struggled, that he really would find anywhere to sleep and he'll be fine. So it was believable that I thought he really was going through warehouses or whatever. But
so had he been battling with addiction?
He had in the past. To my understanding, no. I mean, granted, I know addiction is always a struggle, but in all fairness, I don't want to say that no, I don't feel that that's...
So it was more so his mental health that had him doing living in warehouses and stuff like that?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. Maybe either he didn't want to be bothered. Then he would come by. Like when he was good, he was great. And then when he had struggles, he just isolated.
What type of mental health issues was he battling with?
He had, I believe he was bipolar.
Okay.
He wasn't officially diagnosed with it. He had ADHD. And again, he was a foster child.
Right. So just trauma... Plus got you. Huh.
But I mean, you talk to others, he was loved, he was great. He was one of those guys that he would help everybody and anybody. He was, I would say, an amazing friend. Granted, not everybody's relationship is perfect. So we had, and remember, he was really young, much younger than me. So
Right.
I'm sure he didn't understand the concept of adulthood, responsibilities, family, children. So I think even the concept of life and responsibilities was a struggle for him too.
So you were with Jack for 10 years. I would assume you knew him.
Yeah.
You knew him
Yeah.
better than most.
Yeah.
When you're connected to someone, I feel like you get certain like intuitions at times. So like I know you're still trying to figure out what happened. And I know you've probably thought about this a billion times from front to back, left to right, up
Yeah.
and down. What are you leaning towards? Like, what do you? I know you don't know.
Yeah.
But if you just had to just think,
I
what would
feel
you think happened?
I feel someone hurt him.
Okay.
I feel like somebody had hurt him somewhere else
Okay.
and dropped him off there.
Okay. Now, by hurt him, if nothing was found by the police, like no bruising, no.
Tell you the truth, they didn't really do that much research into it because of the fact that he didn't have ID. The way that the family and I have accepted it is if they treated it as if he was some hobo off the street.
Right.
Because again, he was in full like work gear. He had a full I don't know if you know the Dickie outfits.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
one piece.
Yeah.
Which is what he always wore. Because again, this was in March, so
Right.
it's cold. He had his work boots on and all of that. But then not having ID, I guess, just because he was basically John Doe.
Yeah.
So I think he was just kind of just brushed off. And then
Right.
it took him a while because I guess they had to wait for fingerprints. He was in the system. He had criminal activity many, many years ago when he was younger. So that's ultimately how he was identified.
Okay.
So they didn't really do research where I think had we known something, or they would have known it sooner to reach out to us or his family, that maybe we could have asked questions, maybe they could have gone, research, investigate, talk to people. None of that was done.
So I guess my question is, when you say you feel like someone hurt him,
Mhm.
what type of harm do you think someone could have done to him that wouldn't be readily shown up in like
Okay.
a police just oversight or something?
Gotcha. So why I say that is getting to know a little bit more about the young lady's side and her family and her children, because she had like older children. I would have felt, or again, it's alleging, that if it was drug related,
Mm-hmm.
that they may have contributed to possibly giving him something, let's say,
Got you.
that they knew was
Got
wrong.
you.
However, that still did not justify, which is why I'm saying that if he was hurt somewhere else, that he was dropped off there,
Right.
and then had things left around there to make
Almost
it
like it was
seem
staged.
to me. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I couldn't come up with the word.
No, I
Like
got
a
you.
stage situation. That's what I feel.
Got you.
If someday I can get some kind of word or vibe or something to tell me no, I mean, I guess it is what it is. And I told my daughter, when we do end up talking about it, she wasn't dumb. She knew, certain things. She's getting older. I mean, she was also 8. I do talk to her openly. If it is that this was a natural thing he did to himself, then maybe he couldn't take it anymore. But I just don't really believe that.
Yeah.
I really don't. He loved the heck out of his daughter. But I do also feel that if he was very frustrated with something, or maybe he just felt like there was no resolution.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I get some kind of message, maybe okay, then that's what it is, and he took himself. But I don't believe that. I don't know.
So I don't I'm not in the business of telling people how to raise their kids. That is not my lane at all. But as someone, I don't know if a lot of people know my back family backstory, but me and my mom wrote a book. We wrote a book called A Mother's Guide to Manhood, and it's for women, essentially single women raising sons. So my backstory is my mother essentially raised me, and my grandmother lived in the house with us, and my mother's sister was around because my father was always in and out. He would be there for a little while, he'd be gone. So literally, I would see my father, let's say it's Monday. I would see him Monday morning. I probably wouldn't see him again to maybe Wednesday evening. He might show up, and then I wouldn't see him again to maybe Saturday or Saturday. So I would only see him maybe twice throughout the week growing up. And I never knew why, because nobody ever told me.
Yeah.
I just always just chopped it up as that's just all I knew.
Yeah.
And I had a friend one day tell me he spent the night at my house, and he was just like, "Man, your daddy got a whole nother family. That's why he ain't never here." And I was probably fifth, sixth grade. I ain't never thought about that. That thought never crossed my mind. I was just,
Why would you? You know, you're a kid.
I
Why
was
would you?
oblivious to the fact that that could even be a possibility. I just knew my dad was never there. Come to find out, all this stuff happens, blah, 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 blah. Our relationship was strained, blah, blah, blah. I get to college. My father has an older daughter. She calls me out the blue. She never calls me. We have a relationship, but we don't talk like that. She called me and she was like, "Dalen, I just want you to know Dad's on drugs. And he's always been on drugs.
Oh, wow.
That's why he was never around from you. That's why da 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 da." And she just started unloading all of this stuff on me. I'm 20, 21 at the time, but she drops all of this on me. And I called my mom immediately. And I was like, "Man, Mama, Melanie just called me and she said that Daddy's on drugs and da 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 da." My mom was just like, "Yeah, we just always kept it from you." I say all of that to say,
No, I get it.
y'all could have told me back then, man. It wouldn't have been as hard as you think it would have been, and it would have answered a lot of questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had I known back then, instead of me waiting till I'm 20 something, like it could have prevented a lot of unresolved tension and drama, and had I known earlier.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter was 8. I mean, there's only so much I want to share with her.
Yeah.
Even now, I keep telling her, you know.
But she's like, how old now? She's like 14?
She's 15.
15.
She's 15. She's entering sophomore year.
Yeah.
She's a smart girl. Like I said, she really had to step up, and I you know, I hate it because I feel so bad, but you know, I always say I'm here because of her.
Yeah.
Because she kept me standing. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to.
So you don't think she's strong enough to know?
I do. I just feel like it would be so hurtful.
Yeah.
Because definitively, I mean, listen, I don't mind telling her. And like I said, it's not a secret. She knows that he had struggles. She knows that he dealt with a lot of things. She knows, you know, that he was in the system. I just wouldn't want her to go out thinking that you know, he took his life, let's say, and that's it. And again, we still will never know.
Right.
But, you know, and funny you mentioned about having the whole other family, is that's what the young lady was trying to perceive. I mean, he didn't have any children. Nothing has come about out of that. But if she was so catty and she was just trying to say, "Oh yeah, you know, we were his family," I'm like, "What the heck are you talking about? We just saw him like 2 weeks before he left, and he was talking to my daughter, but he was open with my daughter because she kept saying, like, you know, like, where are you? Like, I miss you. Like, what's going on?" And I remember him just sitting on the floor. He was just kind of grabbing on his head. I mean, he didn't look intoxicated. He didn't look any of that. Just saying, you know, like, I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. And I'm just like, you know, and I think maybe I was angry. I kind of like, well, maybe having a time. What's up to be? Guess what? Me too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking care of your daughter. Granted, I know my other children weren't his responsibility. My daughter was having little outbursts in school. That she was crying. She was looking for her father. That hurt me. I didn't care, I guess, when he was telling me. Not that I didn't care, in fairness, I didn't care, but it was just, I was so angry. Like, you're an adult, you know, and I wanted him to understand that, but he had told me, which was crazy. I don't know if he had told the other girl, but he had told me whatever it is he was going through, he was wrapping up.
Yeah.
He was wrapping up. That he can't live like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And like, again, we've been doing this for 10 years, so like, okay, you know, whatever. We'll wait. Because I accepted it. And that was my reason. I accepted it. The in and out. Fine. Ultimately, I didn't care. I just wanted him to come back. We were family. Had to pretend like, you know, the world was great, and we moved on. But he did tell me before he passed, he was wrapping this up. He just needed to, I don't know, I guess tie loose ends, whatever it was, and he was coming back. So, all right, well, whatever. I believe it when you come back.
So you think that meant he was wrapping up the relationship with the young lady, or?
I guess.
Okay.
Like I said, I didn't want to ask. I didn't even want to entertain speaking to her. I felt like she was also young, so I feel like it was like petty nonsense, really, and I didn't want to sink into really entertaining it
Right.
because it was gonna mess up with my mind. And I think she even tried to speak to my daughter once, and I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, no, my daughter is 8, and my daughter is so innocent at that time. Like, no. You
Did she
know,
show up to the funeral?
she wanted to. She claims that she did. I made it a point that I said, absolutely, you are not to come. You know, I don't know if you were like, you know, the moment for the, you know, within the past 6 months, but absolutely not. And mind you, again, not to say, let's say she was his partner or whatever, let's say for years. Why not? You know, she shared the love, but I never knew anything about her. You know, she tried to portray that she was always around. If that was the case, then he hit it well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. But I know I didn't see her. She, I think, started to write on Facebook. It was just disgusting. It was very tacky because I was like, who's considerate of my daughter?
Yeah.
But she tried to say, oh, I did. I got my piece because she had kept, which is why I'm saying to you, I feel like she did set this up. Even though they didn't find his ID, she had his social security card. So I was trying to tell her, you know, just get back his stuff. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm not pursuing anything. Just get back his stuff. She tried to tell me, let's make a deal. I hand you over his social security card and I think whatever nonsense I guess he must have had in the house. And I just want to go and say my goodbyes. I was like, absolutely not. I was like, I'm reporting it to Social Security. I reported to everybody, and I got a new card.
Where did she want to go say goodbye to him
At the funeral home.
Oh, for the funeral.
Because we had like the mass or whatever, a wake.
Yeah.
She wanted to go there, and I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what kind of reaction I was going to have, so I had a lot of people, kind of like almost like security, and everybody was.
I'm glad she asked you. And not
but she
just
had
showed
ultimatums.
Up.
I mean, she had ultimatums. Yeah,
right.
Showing up, I probably think would have been very, very destructive.
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't have been the time for that, and because of the fact that I feel somebody hurt him,
right?
I feel she's the connector to this day. And I always say God doesn't like ugly.
So then, I guess and then we can ask all these questions too, but when we have the session. But what would have been her motive to have hurt him?
So I know she knows that he was talking to us. Again, and I know that she knows that he was coming to visit my daughter because, like I said to you, he had been by recently. He had been talking to her. He had just told me he was coming back.
Right. So you think he was one of those?
Maybe to her was like, no, you're not.
Right.
What? I'm assuming again, young girl. Maybe I was young at that age. Maybe the cattiness or whatever. And respectfully, she's a ghetto girl. She's from like the more hooded area. The lifestyle that they lead. It was very petty and childish, very disrespectful, I would say. And she's a mother herself. That I'm like, live whatever world you want to live in, and you can say whatever it is you want to me. I don't really care. Leave my daughter alone.
Was she around his age?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I think so, yeah. Because I didn't really go inquire too much about her. I didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, let's just say she was not the first that he had, engaged in a side relationship.
Right.
I really didn't care. It really, to each his own. And some people are like, oh my God, you're so stupid. I don't care. He was my family. He was basically my husband, for lack of better words, because we didn't officially get married, and my daughter loved him to death.
Right.
So whatever I accepted, I chose to accept.
So what are you kind of looking to get out of the session today?
You got me at Linden, let's just say, and I almost just wanted to kind of ask, are you here? Are you with us? Are you watching over us? Are you taking care? Just general things. Maybe if you can admit, because when I cremated him, some of the family, because again, they don't even talk to us, were very upset that I cremated him. And I didn't cremate him because I wanted to. Again, my daughter made all the decisions. But it was his wishes, because like I said to you, he said he wanted to be a bracelet.
Right.
He wanted to be a charm on my bracelet.
Right.
So, in essence, we were abiding by his wishes. I'm like, I wonder if he can confirm to say, yes, that is what I asked for.
I find that a lot, y'all, just doing stuff like this. So, please, hear me out. If you want to be cremated, please tell more than just the person that you are with. I find this happens so often where a couple will just be in bed having that whimsical conversation. Watch this beat. I knew this was my wife. She smelt me. But no, but couples lie and have that lie in bed, having that whimsical conversation of what ifs. You know what I mean? Not really thinking about it, but could mean it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
people will say, Stacy tells me all the time when she passes, she wants to be cremated. I don't know if her family knows that.
yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
And
That's
if
true.
she says it all the time, not all the time, like we don't be talking about it all the time, but like if
But enough that you know
enough
those are her
to where
wishes.
I know
Yeah,
that she means it.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I told her I'm not, because
yeah.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not.
That wasn't an easy decision.
Yeah, I just don't, man.
It
I just don't
really
want to.
isn't.
I want her to be laid up with me. I don't want to be holding her in my casket. Holding. I
Yeah.
guess I could hold
I
her.
don't know. Trust me, when you're in this situation, you can't even think.
But my point is, y'all, tell everybody, or
Yeah.
tell more than have a second person that you tell, because it will save a lot of issues,
Unnecessary drama.
unnecessary drama. I've
Yeah.
seen it too many times doing these shifts.
Yes, because a lot of the family, share their 2 cents or, why did you do this? I can't believe you could. Listen, I couldn't think, and I did whatever it was that my daughter wanted to be done for her father. If
Hmm.
that's what she wanted, heck, even now, she wants, because again, I have my own urn, and then we buried the rest. Even now, if she says, you know what, we just want to throw his ashes. Because actually, we did have a little piece. It was crazy. I couldn't believe that I ever had all these ashes because I made little bags and the charms. Because I gave all the women, and like his nieces, his sisters, I bought everyone charms.
Hmm.
And some of them were engraved and they all had his ashes. Even now, if she wanted to get rid of it and throw him in the ocean,
You would let her.
it's her
It's
father.
her. Yeah.
It's her father.
Yeah.
It would hurt me in some sense. I know I have my piece. It's her father. He had a thing. I don't know if you've ever visited the Patterson Falls.
Uh-uh.
My dad took me there as a kid, and he used to call it Mini Niagara Falls because it's like a Niagara Falls, just a smaller version in Patterson. Apparently, he enjoyed going there. And again, we used to go there with our daughter, and it was just nice, relaxing. You just see the falls, nice setting. We dropped some ashes in there for him because I feel like he would have liked it. Like I said, I'm leaving him a little bit everywhere. There's some people that tell me they don't believe in cremations. They feel like you leave them in between. I'm like, that kind of world, I don't know. I believe in the spirits. I believe in the signs, but I don't know how much I believe in the that you're stuck.
Yeah.
Some people say that it's like if I left him stuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
can
know.
ask. We can ask.
I don't know. Because people are like, I feel like you're leaving him stuck there. You should really let it go. You shouldn't be having it. And I'm like, when my
Right.
daughter wants it, I'll keep it there. And then let's say when she gets older and she moves and she wants to take it,
Right.
it's there. And he's here.
Right.
Where she wanted him to be with his mother. So that's how, she was content. Because initially I wanted him by my father. Because this way I figured I could visit my father and him.
Oh, so you was trying to make it convenient for you.
Well, yeah, because we know I do go to the
Yeah.
cemeteries. I know that the rest of his family doesn't ever really come to visit.
Right.
But up until his niece passed away, I know that his sister comes to visit the site. But she asked me, Mom, can we put him with his mom?
I think that was probably
So I said, sure.
the best thing probably to do.
I said, sure.
For sure.
There was space, and I had to talk to them and arrange all this stuff, and they made it happen.
Your daughter's wise. She seems to be very, very wise.
She is. She's a tough cookie. She's experienced a lot at a young age. And I know we live in a different world. She's experienced a lot of bullying, which I felt was so unfair because she still deals with the grieving, and she was being bullied by children that knew her parent had passed. Just now, I want to say to this day, to where we stand, right? She's finally, moving on, let's say, in some sense. She's a strong little girl. And I keep telling her, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Right.
I want to believe that it's her father, that it's my family that is helping us move, because there was times that I feel like we just wanted to give up.
Mm.
I mean, I hate in some sense, hate is a strong word, but she wanted to go with him. She asked that, like, I want to go. And then I attend a bereavement group in my town at our local church. And I met another parent who said that her daughter had said she wanted to go be with her dad. And killed me. I was listening to a story and I just kept crying, and I was like, wow, maybe it's a common thing that children say. But then it made me feel guilt. Like, wait a minute, but I'm here, like, but I get it. I don't want to compare the hurt feeling from losing her father to obviously not wanting to leave me, but I don't wish it on anybody.
Yeah.
I don't wish it on anybody. And also the unknown. It's one thing someone had cancer, someone, was in a car accident. Then it's an unfortunate accident or an illness. The finding him somewhere randomly, without a note, without anything, like, it caused a longer, unnecessary, I would say, struggle. And this is 6 years later, like I said, and we've been in therapy, and so I think we've coming somewhat to terms with it. In fairness,
Yeah.
It still hurts. I mean, I cried even before coming here.
Right.
Just thinking about it, like, oh my goodness, am I really doing this? But it's hard. It's hard. I feel for people, especially when they have young children and a parent passes. It's hard. I've never experienced. I mean, when my dad passed, was only about, I think, 3-4 years before Jack passed, and I was an adult. And
Right.
It killed me.
Right.
Like, oh my goodness, my father. Like, I wasn't speaking to my father when he passed. I had so much guilt, and as an adult, it was so hard. I can't imagine a child, and then a child is relying on their parent and looking for them, and she took care of me. She made sure I ate. She made sure I got up. I don't know. I love my daughter to death. I really do. But all my children. But she
really stepped up and stepped in.
She did. And sometimes I'm angry about it because I feel like she shouldn't have had to.
Right.
But this situation made her. But she's a good kid. She's a good kid.
I know she loves you for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna set up and
Okay.
we can start
Call
talking
your
to
wife.
Jen. Right. All right, y'all. We had some technical difficulties, so we're gonna start that portion back over, but we're back in it now. So, like I was saying, Miss Nancy, we don't know who we're talking to. We like to think that we are talking to the people that we're setting our intentions to speak with, but at the end of the day, we don't know. Do I believe that we're talking to these people? Actually, I do. It's just been too many instances where too many things have come up that I couldn't explain.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance that we're not talking to anyone or anything? It could be something, of course. It could be, all of that could be true. But all we can do is set our intentions.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get a response, don't feel any type of sort of way. Anything could happen. If you feel like you're not hearing anything out the box, don't worry. Just make sure you just ask your questions. Just make sure you get your questions out, and I want to make sure the box is running. We can always go back and listen to the session to make out what's being said. So if you just feel like you're not understanding anything coming out, just keep moving with your question. Yeah, yep. Cool. It's windy, so we're going to have to speak up a little bit, speak louder. You're not talking too loud. Even like this, it's not talking loud. They can hear you. So if you feel like you're yelling,
I can be loud.
Yeah, if you feel like you're yelling, you're not at all. Yeah. Are we by an airport? We're right by the airport.
Not that far yet.
Okay.
It's airport, the private airport.
Got you. So
where all the celebrities come in.
Got you. That's why I flew into Philly. Okay, Jack. My name is Dalen, brother. I come in peace, love, and respect, man. I'm here with your beautiful wife. Yeah, man. We have some questions for you, and we would love to hear from you. I know you watch shows like this all the time, Ghost Adventures, not Ghost Brothers for whatever reason, but I think you understand what we're doing here. So if you would ever be so kind or polite to speak with us, we would truly, 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 truly appreciate that. And Jack, just because you say something and we don't respond to it does not mean that we won't hear it. We will go back and listen to it. So please don't feel like if you're saying something and we're not responding, that we're ignoring or we're not listening. We will go back and listen afterwards. So please just feel free to speak freely. Appreciate you. All right. So we have Jack here in your urn, and we have his resting space here where more of his ashes are buried.
Yes.
So we are surrounded by Jack right now. All right, Jack.
And his mom.
And his mother.
Because he wanted to be with his mom. Well, my daughter wanted for him to be with his mother.
Which is rightfully so. I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Because did your dad like him?
Yes, actually. Yes. My dad understood him.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Which really meant a lot to me because my dad understood his struggles. But yeah, he felt for him. I feel like my dad loved him.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
I hope he's with my dad.
Right. Here we go. Is there anyone here that would like to speak with us?
It's like
No one is for
there.
Can you tell me your name, please? So we're here to speak to one person. Can you please tell me the name of the person that we're here to speak to?
And Michael? Mike?
Well, can you say your name for us? It sounded like
Yeah, it sounds kind of like voice. Yeah, from the beginning, I saw him. He had
okay.
a very distinct, low, like muffled voice, like let's say like if his nose was clogged,
Right.
and that's how it started to sound like.
What?
And a part of me felt like I just heard him say Jack, but I don't know.
That's why I looked up. I don't be wanting to force my ear on anyone else. So
Wow.
that's why I looked at you to see if you acknowledge. It sounded like I heard Jack too.
Mm-hmm.
But someone asked me in the comment section the other day. They asked me to ask the people when we do these sessions, do you actually hear their voice? Like, do you feel like you're hearing?
I feel like I did for some
the tone
reason.
of his
Yes,
like his actual
yes,
voice.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow, that's interesting.
because of a distinctive kind of like tone that he has. I was like, oh, this is creepy. I never heard you mention that in any of your other
Right.
videos, but for some reason, I feel like I did.
Got you. Okay, Jack.
Wow.
Do you mind having a conversation with us? Your family has some questions that they would love to ask you. Is that okay with you? Do you know who the person I'm sitting next to is? Can you say her name?
He used to call me something in particular. I thought I heard Nancy, but he used to call me something in particular.
Okay. Can you say the name that you would normally call her? Yeah, the name that you would call her. And you let us know if you I don't know the name. So if you hear anything similar. Jack, can you tell us the name that you used to refer to this woman as? What was the name?
He would call me mommy.
Mommy.
He calls me mommy.
Okay. All right.
People found it weird, but it was. I mean, he was respectful because of our daughter, but he would always call me mommy. He would never really call me Nancy.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I get the.
And that was everywhere. That wasn't even just at home. He would call me mom. I'm like,
hello.
Yeah.
Hello. That's me. No, I get it. Okay. I like to try to just like start it like that, just to try to get the conversation going.
I feel like I heard him though.
Okay. So Jack, we're here. Nancy has some questions for you, brother. Who would you like to start with?
So I would just like to know if someone hurt you. Did someone hurt you?
Okay, Jack, there's been a lot of confusion about your passing, and Nancy has a lot of questions about it. So the main one is, did someone hurt you for you to pass away? Did someone cause harm to you, Jack? So I heard yes, I'm set up, I think so. Is what I heard just now.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. I think I could
Andy,
No, don't worry.
Did he do this to himself?
Jack, whatever caused you to pass away, did you do it to yourself? Were you responsible for it? Something about ice. You said it had been snowing that day?
Yeah, he was found on top of like a snow mountain kind of thing. It was already melting because around that days it was starting to get a little warmer.
Yeah.
So there was like a pile. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So let's keep asking questions. I'm hearing a lot through the box, so I believe answers are being. What is the dog or person?
I think this is children.
Oh my gosh.
They're
Okay.
like-
All right. So yeah, let's keep asking because I do feel like
Yeah.
responses are being given. So even if
Okay.
you're not hearing it now, don't even worry about it. But I'm hearing
Gotcha.
some stuff for sure.
Is he with my dad?
Okay, Jack, are you with Nancy's father right now? Well, up in wherever you guys are.
Did you meet up?
Yeah, did you meet up? Are you with Nancy's father? He's there. Okay.
I don't know if it's a weird question, but is he sad? I
Is-
feel like I've seen that in some of your things. People have expressed emotions, but I think I thought they were just always happy, that they're in there. And now I'm curious: is he sad? Does he understand the consequences of what occurred? Like, do they understand
Right.
that they're past?
Right.
I don't know if that's a fair question to ask, but
Yeah.
that's what comes to mind.
So Jack, are you sad about what happened? Like, are you able to feel those type of emotions on the other side? Like, are you sad about what happened? Well, Jack, are you at peace now?
I feel like I hear his voice. It's so weird. I can't put up words, but I feel like I hear his voice.
Jack, are you talking? Are you picking up what you're? I guess is that you using your real voice to speak to your wife?
It's so weird. Wow. Like, is he with his family? His mom? His dad?
Are you with your mom, Jack? Diane. Okay, so Jack, back to what happened to you. How do you feel about how you passed away? It's just a something. So what is the real reason? What happened, Jack? How did you pass away? They made it seem like they set up the scene was the scene seemed set up. Did someone set that scene up around you?
Like, did it really happen there? I heard something.
They say, I heard, yeah, it happened there.
Yeah.
Like it.
So what happened? What happened, Jack? Did someone place you there? Or did you go there on your own accord? Or did not? Did someone give you something to take? Do you know the person that gave you what you took? What are you thinking?
I feel like I hear him, which is so like weird. I don't know if you catch like when there's like a male voice, like kind of like a little like low, kind of like not deep, but he had a distinctive voice. I don't know why. I feel like I keep hearing it. I can't hear clearly what it is, but I feel like I am hearing whatever it is that he may be saying. That I'm sure you'll pick up. But yeah, you asking amazing questions. I mean, yes, it would be nice to know if somebody did leave him there. If it is that's how it just didn't make sense where he was, and to just drop,
Right.
like, especially to what was being insinuated that was being done. It's not something I would ever really imagine him to do, and just to be randomly walking and then just dropping.
Right.
Because at first he said it was a heart attack. Okay, yes, it was. And then, toxicology proved something else. But, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not really that familiar with that kind of world.
Yeah.
That I don't know how soon someone does something and then you just drop.
Right.
If that was the case.
Right.
So that's why I was more confused on, did he do it to himself? Did somebody do it to him? Was he brought there? Was he just dropped off? Just none of it matched up. I mean, nothing is going to change in bringing him back.
Right.
So that became very difficult and a long time to understand and put together. But I believe in due time, God doesn't like ugly. And if someone did hurt him, it will be in their time.
Right.
What I would like to know is he okay that we cremated him? Have we left him stuck in some way?
Got you. All right, Jack, are you okay with your family cremating you? Jack, are you okay with your family's decision to cremate you?
With his daughter's decision. With her,
Are you okay with your daughter's decision to have you cremated? Does being cremated leave you in some sort of limbo? No.
What do you
Are you at peace with all the decisions made surrounding your passing? Jack, you know all the confusion that your family feels around your passing. Is there anything that you can say to Nancy to just make her feel better or just give her even the slightest bit of understanding?
Does he see his daughter?
Things
Jack, do you see your daughter?
in there.
Do you watch over her? Her Have you been watching over your family from the other side? Let me. I apologize if I was asking too many questions out.
No, you asked some amazing questions.
I get caught up
Thank
in
you.
the session sometime, and I be wanting to, to jump in and just add.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No.
One thing I do want to know is, so I have a new family member to my household. It's like I'm fostering a teenager right now. And never in a million years did I think that I would do this. I'm down to my last child. I'm thinking I'm about to have freedom. And my daughter's friend, my daughter's male friend, was not having the best life situation. And in listening to the stories, it's like a mini Jack.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think that is why, like I said, I mean, I'm in court now. I'm doing everything to fight for this child where I'm a stranger to this child. I was granted temporary custody, so the child lives with me for the child's safety. But in listening to his stories, it's like if I'm talking to Jack. And I feel like that is what's pushing me to help. I mean, I'm not in the best position always to kind of be trying to do that, but I feel like I'm trying to do for him what I wish somebody would have done for Jack. I'm wondering, does he see that? Does he think that's a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Of course, many people disagree with it because I have a teenage daughter, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I'm on top of it. I have cameras everywhere. I never leave them alone. I actually left him somewhere else today so I can go here. So my daughter is my mother. But he resembles not only face-wise, but in his life, a lot like Jack. And I'm wondering if this is all like a sign, and am I doing the right thing?
Now, this is your daughter's friend?
Yes. Someone she met like less than 6 months ago. And she started telling me a little bit like story about him. He was kind of in like a little bit of an abusive household. He was in foster care. He got adopted by the aunt. It looks like she's mistreating him. He has mental health issues. A lot of similarities to what I would hear from what Jack's upbringing is, and I'm just trying to help.
Right.
So the court system has allowed him to come live with me.
So you want to make sure that if Jack, if he thinks that it's a good idea, if it's good or bad.
Just curious. I mean, the kid's already there. He's not going anywhere, and I'm just keeping him safe. But I've had a lot of kickbacks from others, and they just don't think it's a good idea. I said, well, that's sad because we're all meant to help one another.
Right.
When he's a child.
Right.
That, this young man.
How old is he?
He's 17.
17. So
he's 17.
Okay.
I think he's kind of really more in the mind of probably a little younger.
Got you.
He's not violent. He's very kind. He's well-mannered. I know he has his struggles. And I'm just trying to help him graduate.
Right.
And
Right.
after that, then he's an adult. He's on his own. But I'm really just trying to help. But again, it's. I got closer to him in the sense that he resembles a lot of him and in his stories, and I just don't see anything wrong in helping at
Right.
least a child that way. But many disagree.
Right. So Jack, how do you feel about Nancy's decision of helping? What's the kid's name?
Jordan,
For helping the young guy Jordan.
which ironically is another J, because I don't know if you know, it's Jack.
Jack.
My daughter's name is Julia. My 2 children is Justin and Jonathan.
Okay.
And then Jordan came in. So I said, Jordan, you fit right in.
You fit right
You're
in.
part of I'm the only outsider.
Yeah, right. You
I'm
gotta
the
change your
end.
name.
I say I'm
Right.
the connector.
Right.
And so and so.
I
But
love it.
I'm just trying to help Jordan, and I hope that, nothing bad comes out of it. But I'm helping him as I feel as if I'm helping Jack.
How do you
So-
feel about that, Jack?
Good. Right. Let's do
Jack, do you think it's a good idea for Nancy to take in Jordan?
Right now, I thought I heard yes, but when you first asked, I thought I heard you say no.
Mhm.
And then you revalidated when you asked me if it's a good idea. That's why I just read it real quick.
Now I heard something about pregnancy. So, Jack, is that your concern about having a male in the house?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Do you think Nancy should continue to allow Jordan to stay there? Are you watching over to make sure everything goes smoothly?
Is it? And that's it. Gotta go.
So do you approve of Jordan moving in?
That it's shots with
Do you see the comparison between Jordan and yourself, Jack? Okay. Do you wish someone had done the same for you? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's definitely a lot, for sure.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to know or ask or say?
No, I think those were the primaries. I feel like he was here.
Mm-hmm.
And that brought me some relief, because I'm a believer. I'm glad that he's not haunting me, because
Right.
he made jokes. He made jokes before he passed. Again, he said, "Oh, you'll see when I pass, I'm going to haunt you." 'Cause he says he always wanted to be with us.
Yeah.
Regardless, everywhere we go, he wants to be with us. And I'm like, well, don't creep me out and scare me.
Right. Let me ask you about that, Jack. Have you attempted to hunt
Hope
Nancy
not.
yet?
Please don't.
Do you ever show up around Nancy?
California. You walk fast.
I was just curious, Jack.
Like I said, I don't feel anything when people make examples like lights flickering, or I don't. In all fairness, I don't think I've experienced that in my home since he's been gone. All the things that because he used to always think that he saw things or that things would pop up, or he woke up from a nightmare one day and saying, his mother was in the corner of our room. Like a lot of really strange experiences that he had. I don't know. A part of me said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't see anything like that anymore in my home.
Right.
But then it goes back to making me feel like, well, is he visiting us? Like, I'm not scared of anything. Thank God, nothing has frightened me. Which is why I said hopefully he's not haunting me. I know he's a wise guy. He was a huge jokester.
That's funny.
So was my dad. So said they were both perfect. But I hope you don't come out to scare us, Jack. Please don't. I want to love you, not be any more angrier. I was angry for a long time with his passing, and
Yeah.
I just want to be here for my daughter as best as possible. And she is finding, which is why I'm curious, later in the playback, to hear what he says about Jordan, because she is finding a lot of comfort in him, which then also makes me worried about, the child is older. I'm trying to help him graduate, that, he's going to leave.
Right.
Is she going to feel that pain again? Hoping some maturity builds in. But he just taught her how to ride a bike over the summer. And Jack tried for a while, but Jack babied his baby.
Right.
And catered to every time she, whined or
That's
stopped or
me.
whatever. And
That's me.
well, you know what, Dalen, that does not help.
I know.
My daughter is 15 and she just learned how to ride a bike.
Hey, listen.
Which is a blessing
It
too.
is.
But
She finally got her wheels.
But Daddy just catered to every time she said Daddy, and
yeah,
it didn't help.
Right.
Gave her the love, but it didn't help. And Jordan just did. Jordan taught her how to ride a bike.
That's cool.
So that touched me in some sense, and like I said, I hope there's no malicious intent to having the child. I just want to help.
Right.
But I did also tell her, the minute you feel uncomfortable or you feel like this isn't working,
say something.
I will do what I have to do.
For
to have him situated. I've gone out. I've met other of his family members, so now I have an idea of where some other family is. Just everybody's in situations.
Right.
That not everybody can take in a kid. I'm not saying I was in a situation taking a child either, but as I would listen to the stories or just too much resemblance of Jack, it was very hard for me to walk away from. And like I said, I'm a complete stranger to this whole situation. I don't know him from years back.
Right.
But I think we should all help if we could.
Right.
In some way.
Well, you definitely have a big heart.
I'm trying my best.
You definitely have a big heart, and I'm sure you're going to be blessed for it. And I'm sure Jack is around paying attention for sure.
I hope he's helping guys. There he goes.
Right, the little butterfly.
I believe in all of that. I hope that was a good sign. There he goes.
Yeah.
My daughter believes in that. She feels comfort when she sees that. She feels like he's there. But like I said, sometimes I do feel, not to be scared, sometimes I do feel like I wish, we had a light flicker or something that gave us like some kind of resemblance of him. But I don't want to be frightened, if that makes sense.
So, Jack, is there any way that you can present yourself in a way that doesn't frighten Nancy? Whether it is a light flicker, a whistle, a sound, a mute, a butterfly, whatever that looks like. Is there a way for you to manifest for Nancy in a way that won't frighten her?
That's for wait. There, the court.
Because his sister says she sees him all the time.
Do you show yourself to your sister?
We have.
Well, can you, when you're ready, can you present yourself to Nancy?
I feel like I got it today. I feel like I got it today in some weird way. And I called my daughter while you went to go do your thing, because of the question that I said. I said, would you like me to ask anything? Like, now's your time. But I think she's a little confused about it too. But when the whole thing with the cat and telling me that you just came from Linden, I feel like that was my answer.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth, that small little information
gave you.
I was done. I was already set for this whole thing. Like, yes,
That's
I
beautiful.
believe. I'm a believer.
That's beautiful. Well, Nancy, do you have any more questions for Jack or anything else you want to say?
No, I think you've asked it all. I do believe and hope. He's with us. He's with my daughter, or our daughter. I hope he knows that he's severely missed, immensely missed by his daughter, by all of us, and that he's well, that he's found peace. Because it did seem like he didn't have peace with his own traumas, with his family, his upbringing. And ultimately, I know a lot of people that deal with mental health struggle. And I feel like if he found this peace, great. I just wish it would have been later on in life.
Right.
When he was a grandpa.
Right.
You know, or something. Which not a grandpa now.
Right.
I'm going to play that later.
Right.
But I just would have wished for that. You know, he had many years to come to have with his daughter and things that, you know, to give her away, to walk her, you know, in her sweet 16 and things like that. Those moments, they hurt, you know, now in certain things. When my daughter was in Girl Scouts, the father-daughter dances, like, it hurt. It hurt her a lot. So I feel like with her strength, maybe it's the strength that he gives her, she's going to be okay.
For sure.
She's going to be okay. I just wish it wasn't at this level that she had to gain that.
Right.
But I'm trying my best.
And you're doing great. You're doing a great job.
And thank you. I definitely appreciate this opportunity. This is something I did not think I would have ever had. I said, if this is going to, you know, be something I'm really going to continue to believe in, I hope he comes through. He entered us into this world, me and my daughter, into watching these things.
Yeah.
You know, many people, you know, oh my God, that's fake. No, don't believe that. I'm all for it.
Right.
I just don't want to be scared. That's the only thing.
I don't
want to be terrified. I know it's going to happen. I don't want to be terrified.
Yeah.
Please.
Jack, is there anything lastly that you would like to say to Nancy? Are there any last words you would like to say to Nancy? Thank you. Everything. Thank you so much, Jack.
And his mom, she was here.
This is his name.
I thought I was Jack.
I did. Right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Well, Nancy, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
For spending some time with the Graveyard Shift today.
Thank you.
And to everybody that's watching, if you have a loved one or a family member that you would like to try to connect with, please send us an email at thegraveyardshifttv@gmail.com and we will get you on the list. And I'm trying to knock out the list as much as I can. I'm knocked out like 6 PTOs in the past week and a half, all over the country, y'all, from Jersey to Mississippi to Florida to Texas. I've been all over the place. So yeah, if you want us to come out to you, please send us an email at thegraveyardshifttv@gmail.com. Thank y'all. I love y'all. And we'll see you next time. Love, love, love. Y'all, I was pulling off. I was about to leave. I'm getting in the car. Nancy was driving off. She stopped and she said, I forgot to give you something. Y'all, this lady wrote me a check for coming out here and seeing her. I told her she bet not give me no money, y'all. We do not accept money to come do these sessions. But I did have to ask her how much it was because you know your boy was curious. Yeah, I was curious. But no, Nancy, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I did not, y'all. We do not accept any forms of payment for any of these PTOs. So catch you next time. Thank you, Nancy.
No problem.
For sure.
No problem.
For sure.
Thank you.
I see you later.
All right, get home safe.
That is so sweet, y'all. That is so sweet. I'm finna start taking y'all money. I'm finna start taking y'all's money. Yo, yeah, listen. I'm finna start taking y'all money. No, I'm just playing, y'all. That is not what I'm here for. Hell no. And if anybody is acting like they me and asking y'all to send any money or a deposit or anything like that, no. What's going on, Graveyard Shift family? It's your fearless shift leader, Dalen. Y'all, before you leave, I just want to let you know that we do have our channel memberships up. Everyone has been asking, Dalen, how can we help support the channel? How can we keep you on the road doing more PTOs? How can we support? And y'all, you can do that by joining our channel memberships. When you join our channel memberships, you get early releases of most of our videos. You get afterthought videos where I tell you my thoughts and what was going on in my mind and how I break down each shift. You get some extra shifts here and there. Yeah. Oh, and then when you're a regional manager, you get your name in the credits right here. So we try to offer a few perks, y'all, just as my way of saying thank you for supporting our channel and helping us help other people. My name's Dalen Spratt, and again, I love you. Love, love, love.